sound. Okay, hello everybody. It's Sheila. How's everybody doing tonight? Yay!
Great.
Okay, y'all are being recorded. Y'all can wave now. Yay!
Woohoo!
And we're recording this for our awesome team members who are not able to join us tonight. But thank you for those that are here, because the people that are here are going to go in a special drawing for some of the new samples that just came out. So thank you guys for joining in. You'll be happy that you did join in, and then we have it recorded for our other team members. So we are so excited because we're gearing up for Record Breaker Month in October. Yay! And Record Breaker Month is the biggest month of the year for us, because it's a time for us to make extra money for the holidays. It's a time for us to get our business built for the summertime, for the winter time and for Christmas. It is a time that'll help us. The business that we do in the fall usually rolls us into January. So the business that we do September, October, November, and December is very detrimental in the type of year that we close with. And we want to close with an awesome, awesome year for our Higher Vision Enterprises and for each of your individual teams, okay? So tonight's theme is all about theme parties and what we can do to have a party that gives our hostess something to think about and plan with her friends that will incite your friends to come. Now, I'm going to go over several theme party ideas with you, but please keep in mind, when you have a theme party, it doesn't mean that you have to have a different kit every time you go do a theme party. You can have a theme party with your regular, your holiday kit or your regular business kit. The thing that changes with the theme is your hostess is going to have a theme that she's going to invite people to come to the party for, and then you may change your recipe that you make at the party, or you may change something like that. I don't want you to go out and do, hold on. All right, you can unmute Elaine.
Unmute me?
Okay. There you go. All right, so yeah, I don't want you to feel like, because sometimes I'll say a party thing like a breakfast at night, and then people are like, well, what do I have to do and what do I need to bring? I'm like, it's a regular party. You're going to bring your regular kit, but you're going to make a few omelets, breakfast at night. It's not that you have to redo your kit and redo. Hey, John, look, we got John and Yvonne. It's not that you have to redo your whole kit, guys. The main thing that I like theme parties for is to get my hostess involved, okay? Another thing that I'm getting from new team members is they say, what do I give someone for having a party with me? And that's enough to make me want to grasp my pearls, Elaine. You know why? Because it makes me understand that people don't understand we have an awesome hostess program that the company has in place for us to give people the Tupperware when they have the party with us. You don't have to come up with this Tupperware by yourself. It is already built into your plan. It is on page 5 of your catalog. If you don't have a catalog in front of you, it is on page 5 of your catalog. And it shows you what you get when someone has a party with you. Now, your hostess rewards are going to start at $200. Thank you so much. So y'all can see that there. The hostess reward starts at $200. So someone taking your catalog around the office and collected $200 in orders for you, yes, you can give them one of those gifts. And we have a copay of $4 for the thank you gift option. And that's it. So if that party jumps to $300, put that book back up there for me. Thank you. Look, I'll do my screen share in a minute. But when it pops up to $300, now we're going to give them 10% and free Tupperware and one half price item. Guess what? You don't pay for any of that. Tupperware pays for that 10%, and Tupperware pays that other half off. So that's nothing you have to pay. At $600, it goes to 15%, and at $1,000, it goes to 20%, and your half price items go up. So guys, Tupperware pays for our hostess program, and we only pay $4. Thank you, Elaine. And we really want to do a better job of telling that to our new team members, because they come in and think they just need to sell everything on the $15 sheet. And if it's no $15 sheet, they don't have nothing to sell and they don't have anything to do. And I honest to God have talked to new team members that have said that. So I want to do a better job of it, and I want to let y'all know to also let your new team members know we have a lot to offer our hostesses. And those are people that work in the office buildings or their neighbors and friends that could do a party for us. Now, I also am a firm believer that in order for you to be a great hostess, you have to be your own hostess. And you raise your hand for me if you had your own Tupperware party before building your business. Have you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
2 or 3 or 4, right?
I have.
That's right. So sometimes you have to have your own party to know, to know how to have a party. So I think it'll be fun for this next 2 weeks. We're going to go through some theme parties, and I'm going to be getting some info from our awesome team that's on with us tonight, and they can share some ideas. And I really want you to try to have 1 or 2 theme parties before the end of the month. Trust me, you will want to. And y'all know I'm winking. Trust me, you will want to have parties in your date books for the last 2 weeks of September, because that will help you build for your October. So don't skip to October. For those of us that do parties, if you date a party too far out, it will cancel on you. You have a better chance of that party holding if you have it closer in. And if you haven't had your own party, try some of the theme parties yourself on your friends and families and neighbors, so that you can practice for your other parties that's coming up in October, okay? So let's go to some theme party ideas. I'm gonna pull up some right now. Pulling it. Where is it? All right, so let's go to, see, I had these all pulled up. Now I gotta go back to Facebook. Hold on, let me go back right quick. So we're gonna pull up our theme party ideas. And so again, as a recap, I want you to take your regular kit. Of course, you don't want to pick a theme party that for something you don't have. And I also don't want you to try to repack your kit every time. You can advance your theme party ideas as you go, but there's a lot of theme parties you could do with your regular Tupperware kit. So let's pull up and play with some. Now, 2 theme parties that I've done here recently, they were actually the ideas of the hostess. One wanted to have a wine and cheese party. So what she did is she had a collection of hard cheeses and some meat trays and things for her friends, and she had some wine. So what I asked her to do is to let me show off the bottle opener at the party to open up some of the wine, and she agreed to that. Other than that, I did my regular demo while they drank their wine and nibbled on their crackers and cheese. So on a wine and cheese party, I'm not bringing wine, I'm not drinking wine, and I'm not participating in that. But it's a great way for the girls that want to get together to share a bottle of wine with their friends and family, okay? So I know a lot of times we back away from those parties because you might not drink, but these girls do like to get together over a bottle of wine and some food with their friends. So if you can just show them how to use the wine opener and have your regular Tupperware party, I'm okay with that. And then the other one that we came up with is she wanted to do a girls' night in. Now, girls' night in is different from a girls' night out, and that the girls' night in party, they are actually coming over to her house, and they're planning to stay for a little while with her. Now, my parties, I don't want my party to be over 2 hours. So they can stay with their friend if that's what they want to do. But I'll be in and out. So that girls' night in, they usually end up staying and hanging out with their friends. So you can usually be out of that party in like an hour and a half. So a girls' night in is a fun way to get the local girls together, especially in a neighborhood. Some of the local moms, some of the girls that work together. That's a really good party thing to do. It's not going to take anything but your regular kit, and just get the girlfriends together. In a girls' night in party, I did the spinach artichoke dip in the micropro grill. I didn't sell any micropro grills, but it was a good conversation piece for them to gather around and just eat something and see something kind of new with Tupperware. Okay, so those are 2 that I don't think are on this list, but let's go ahead and get started. So can y'all see the data party pick a thing? Yeah, I hope you can see that. Elaine, you can see it? Okay. All right,
Yes.
so this is one of the sheets we're going to go over. I'm going over two different ones. So one of them is kitchen and organization. How many of you love the modular mates? You love modular mates? That's how you,
Yes.
that's how you came in Tupperware. That's what you love about the product. So the modular mates and the freezer mates kind of go hand in hand together. So you can always advertise that you're doing organization parties. Now, one other tip about theme parties, do a theme party that you're going to do for that whole month. Because if you have a party on the 20th and then one on the 25th, those are two different hosts. So you shouldn't have to redo, just tell them you're going to do organization parties for the month of September. And I'm booking for 2 people to do organization parties this month. That way it's simple for you. If you open up a invite on Facebook, you can copy and paste the same information in both. You're not running all around with 14 different theme parties open at one time. You want to make this easy for you, okay? So you can do like a theme of the month, right? So for instance, Cinco de Mayo is in May. I do salsa, margarita, guacamole parties the whole month of May. A whole month of May, I always do that. I don't change it, just, that's the party of the month. So you can do a party of the month. When you're, be careful when you show these to people, you're just giving them an example of what you offer, or you can say, I'm doing the Italian party this month, right? And then they could pick. So the kitchen organization party is a great one. We have modular mates, and then you would give them all the modular tips. And that's really going to be for those girls who really like things organized. You're really going to have a captive audience at that party, and you really are probably going to have a higher party sales because modular mates usually cost more than the regular Tupperware. Now, let me give y'all a heads up. The modular mates are not in the catalog in sets. Tupperware decided to do that this year so they can offer sets throughout the year at special prices for the customers. That does not mean that you cannot still show the picture of the set here and price out how much that is and still show that as a set and let your customer know that this set is $150 and you do need to have a $700 party to get this set free. So I'll work with you on that if that's a little confusing for you, but you still can have a hostess earn modular mates for her party, okay? So that's one type of party. The next one is the cookie exchange or the candy making party. This is a big hit party right now because you can get people to come in for the holidays and book the cookie exchange party or cook the candy making party. The cookie exchange party is that hostess will host a party or you'll host a party. Everybody is to bring a dozen cookies and then everybody switches some of the cookies so everybody goes home with a collection of the cookies, okay? So that's a great way to do it for a neighborhood if you have a group of people that like to get together, or your hostess likes to get together with her friends in the neighborhood. That is a really, really good party to do. And it's also a great way for you to show off some of our holiday items, the cookie canisters, if we have any at that time, or any of the other Tupperware products that would be a good gift idea. For like our big Wonder Bowl, for the microwave cereal bowls, where they can put a few cookies in each bowl, and that $25 or $29 set would get them 4 gifts. Those are some great ideas you can share with people, again, from the catalog. If you don't have the products in hand, you can still host a cookie exchange. Okay, the other one that is super fun is, well, a couple of more on here, is the healthy eating party. And so I know Carrie is on here, and I tease her about this one all the time with all her healthy solutions. She packs her lunch bag every day and all that kind of stuff. If you, let me see, background noise, I just don't know. There we go. It was Yvonne. Yvonne, unmute yourself when you're ready. Okay, so I like the healthy eating party because what I sell a lot of is Fridge Smart. If you show people the Fridge Smart, they're gonna want to have the party. So you want to advertise that you're gonna have a healthy eating solutions party, and you're gonna tell everyone, share with everyone at the party how they can save hundreds of dollars a year on their grocery bill, and you're gonna share with them different eating solutions, healthy eating solutions, like the snacks that we could do, the little lunch containers for portioning out snacks. If you have those products, that's fine, but you can show them those products in the kit. And we have a lot of products right here in our opportunity kit that anybody could do a healthy eating party if that's something that they were interested in. Okay. Now, I usually get more excitement when I talk about the cookie exchange or the candy making party, but but the healthy eating party, if that person is really into that, they can sell
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Okay. So has anybody ever had a party like that just for on the modular mates or just Fridge Smart or those type of things where you just highlighted a set of products? Yeah. They usually are higher sales too. They usually are higher sales, and it's usually easier to book another party because if you go in and talk about the set selling things like maybe the more modular mates or the Fridge Smart, then you can say, and I'm booking my candy making parties, and then they're like, oh, I want to book one of those. So someone will book the candy making party. I know I'm going to do another candy making one because I do the crunch candy with the potato chips, and I always tease them that I have a secret ingredient in my crunch candy, and all of y'all from last year know my secret ingredient is Ruffles potato chips, and it's just semi-sweet chocolate chips and butterscotch morsels, a half a bag of each, melt it down in the fat cooker or in the vent and serve, stir in 1 cup of crunched up potato chips by Ruffles, stir it all together, and then you can place it out in your silicone baking forms and make different shapes and things. And I think that Jeanette, you did some of those where you used a waffle cone, right? The waffle maker.
Yes, the waffle cone, and that turned out great too.
Yes. So then break it up, and you can show people how they can make their own candy for the holidays and stuff like that. So very cool idea with the candy making with the holidays. So that's pretty cool. Y'all see they got the happy hour party here. So that could be, happy hour, or you can do the wine and cheese thing or anything like that. But that's an option on here that people might do. Now, and I'll tell you one more on here that, of course, y'all know I do the stack cooker cooking shows. That's my thing. If that's not your thing, that's okay. It's other things that you could do. But anytime I say I'm going to make a recipe and get people together, that usually can fill the house with people. But I always target a recipe to host live. So if she likes, if she really likes, I don't know. Might not be Yvonne. I don't know where the noise is coming from, but I'm sorry. I was trying to find it or mute all. So if y'all are doing something or working, just mute yourself, because if you're moving papers and stuff, it'll sound louder to us. Okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
Okay. So so the cookie exchange, we talked about that one. Oh, the next one that's super cool. The tip on the stack cooker party, go ahead and make sure you have a recipe ahead of time. One recipe that's really good because it plays around with everybody going to what's the place where they go and get the Hispanic food, is the black beans, the rice, what's it called? Chipotle. So if you got people who like Chipotle, then tell them you'll do the stack cooker meal with the chicken, the rice, and the beans. That's a really good stack cooker recipe, and it's delicious. And we did it when Jim came to visit us, and I think Rockaway Elaine put it down as one recipe that she did in our feed on sharing recipes, and that's always a good one because all the younger people like that one, the older people like that one. Anybody can make it, and it's chicken, rice, and then you mix your cilantro and garlic in the rice and your black beans. Hello. I mean, that's my type of meal right there. So I love doing that type of thing. And of course the chicken and all that. But let me tell you one that I really haven't done here. And I really used to do a lot of them when I ate pasta, and I think I stopped doing them there. But if y'all haven't used your pasta maker, that makes the best pasta in less than 10 minutes. And then you take your chopper and you put a can of tomatoes, garlic, you put Italian seasoning, and an onion. So you mix up your onion and your garlic. You chop that first in your Power Chef. You take a can opener, open up your seasoned tomatoes, seasoned diced tomatoes with the can opener, pour that in. That's another product you're demoing. Then you chop all that together. Put any other seasonings that you want in that sauce, because you're going to make your own sauce. And then you put that in your stack cooker, heat it for 5 minutes, and put that hot pasta with that fresh sauce. and boom, sprinkle you some Parmesan cheese on top. It's a great party. I never made it with meat. It always was just the pasta and that fresh sauce, and it was always a hit at parties. But I used to do that with the stack cooker and the pasta maker. And look, sometimes they would just buy those two things, and then the chopper was there, the spatula. So these are things that I already had in my kit, but the pasta party was a hit. So if you're a pasta fan or you have friends and family that love pasta, you may want to look at that. Get you that. It's called pasta pomodoro, and that's the only one that I've ever made. But I tell you, I probably had done a couple of months worth of pasta parties, and I only make that one recipe. The hostess can make a salad and have crusty bread there, but I would make that recipe every time, and then showing them how to measure the pasta, put the water, put it in the microwave. So while the pasta's cooking, I'm making the sauce. I'm chopping the onion and the garlic in the Power Chef. I'm opening the can of tomatoes or the 2 cans of tomatoes, seasoning up the sauce, ready. So when the pasta comes out, we let it sit there a minute, and then we put the stack cooker in for 5 minutes to heat the sauce, and then you show them how to drain the water off your pasta. You show them how to turn the cover to keep it warm inside. And then while it's sitting there, that hot sauce come out, you toss it together, boom. It is so good, and they will buy both of those products right away. They're impressed that that stack cooker did not melt and that it didn't turn red when you cooked in it. They're impressed with the Power Chef, and they definitely are impressed with the pasta maker. So that's a great theme party if y'all like cooking at your parties. And it's a good one to do right at home. And it's simple, very inexpensive for your host, and it's a quick party too, because your pasta is done in 10 minutes, your sauce is done in 5 minutes. I mean, it's a great party. It goes by really fast. Okay, any questions about any of these parties? This one says breakfast for a busy family. I call my breakfast at night. It's just making omelets at the party. Okay. All right, so any questions with that one? We're going to go to this sheet and see if I could blow it up a little bit. So now this sheet here is talking a little bit about some plan B ideas. All right, so the first sheet is more of your in-home. I'm talking about, I'm trying to get in your house. I really want to have one of these parties. We didn't touch on the holiday party that much, but with the new catalog, that's always a great option. Or you can do it as an open house and invite all your customers, all your hosts for the year and do a great holiday open house. You could do it as a catalog show-off party with the new catalog coming out, and you could do it that way. So let me show you this one here. These are talking more about plan B things. So these are kind of like, you know, in addition to your party idea. So you maybe you got somebody to book the party, but she truly couldn't do it to the first week of October. So what can I do now to still get my credits in? So we'll cover a few of those. We talked about the basket party, guys. They really do work. A basket party is the same thing as a catalog party. That's where, you know, it's a group of people that work at a location. They're at a daycare, they're at an office building, they might be at a doctor's office, but you happen to know somebody that works at a school. So if you know teachers, if you know nurses, if you know people that work at the hospital or a doctor's office, we got nurses on here. Give it up for Yvonne. Yay! We got doctor's office people. Shelly, yay! So look, y'all are like, Shelly, girl, would you take the catalog to work for me? You know, I'll give you some free Tupperware. Like if you didn't sell Tupperware, you know, you can get her to do it. It's true, right? So what you would do is, and we also call this the party in a bag, but these parties really work, guys, but you have to have somebody that works in the office that you know is cool, you know, and that wants to get a few pieces of free Tupperware, and then you make up a few parties in the basket or the bag or catalog party. It's all the same. So if you're not that creative to be coming up with the bag and doing all that, then just do it as a catalog party and just say that's what it is, and that I am looking to have 5 catalog parties this month. And they'll be like, well, how does that work? And you just let them know you're going to give them some catalogs and some order forms. I never give them the sales brochure because I want to have a reason to follow up with her. So I'll always tell her that I'm going to send you the sales items so you can email it or text it out to everybody. Or I'll set up you a Facebook event and put the sale items in there, right? So I never give out the sale items. And I really felt kind of bad for the party I did in St. Pete because they only got a catalog and an order form. I don't really do a lot of the catalog because I did it in the pre-party thing. When I get to your house, I don't want to talk about $15 stuff, right? So in the invite, they had the sale stuff there, okay? So it wasn't like I had to go over everything that was on sale. They had it before the party and they could order it, but it wasn't like that I was there to just talk about the sale items, okay? So the party in the basket, I do the same thing. I give them the catalog and then I'll say, look, I know you're doing this at work, Shelly, but we're friends on Facebook. I'm going to set up a little event and I'm going to put all the sales specials in there for you guys. Okay. So pop your friends in there, even ones that live out of town or who can't come. And then they can see all the sales specials. Okay, Shelly? And she'll be like, oh, okay. You know, it's just a great way for you to get that online portion to hook with your catalog orders, okay? Now, of course, if the modular mates or the fridge smart or some of my big stuff was on sale, I will let her know. But if it's just random sale stuff like the bento box right now, and, you know, I'm not going to make a big deal out of that because they can get it in that invite. If she's not my friend on Facebook, like Shelly and I just know each other from kind of meeting at the grocery store, then I'll text it to her and tell her to text it out to everybody. Okay, but I wouldn't worry about that part because a lot of times just because you don't have the sales flyer, it kind of holds you back from booking the party. You could book the party with your regular old catalog, okay? All right, so you could do it just with the catalogs, flyers, and put it in a folder or an envelope, and then you get that to your hostess. And I keep my catalog parties, basket parties, or party in the bags. I don't keep them open over about 7 to 10 days max. I don't want them having it 2 or 3 weeks because it's just going to sit there. I want them to go ahead and get the orders and we'll get it back. The basket party is if you're into that type of thing, and because you know we all have different personalities, go find you a really pretty basket. So you could go to Michael's where they super cheap, or go to a thrift store and find a really cute basket that you can use. And you could put a few Tupperware catalogs, the order forms, put some gadgets in the bottom and have it all nice and pretty. If it's that type of office where you could take a basket and let them know your hostess is Yvonne. She works she's a nurse at a nursing home, and she can get the basket around to all the nurses for a few days. And if they order, or anyone that staff, they could take a goodie out and they turn in all their orders to Yvonne. And then that's kind of cute because they could do that. So, and then the other one is the party in the bag. So of all these three, I was the party in the bag girl because I could go to Dollar Tree, get a cute little bag. I've shared with y'all the little flyer that I put on the front of the bag. It says, you know, welcome to my party in a bag. Place your order, get a goodie out, and turn in your order to my host, Yvonne. And it's real simple. And I'll post that back out for y'all because I did it so much in our first year. So I felt like I probably partied in a bag y'all to death, I know. But that was the one that worked for me in North Carolina. And when I had a big month like Record Breaker month, or it was close to the holidays and I wanted to make more money, or it was in May for birthday month or around Kai's birthday and I really wanted to bring in an extra $400 or $500 to just blow on Kai, I would do 4 or 5 parties in a bag and get them out into like the schools, anyone that had on my customer list that was a teacher, worked in an office building, worked around people. I would get the party in a bags to them because those work better for me. That way, if that bag got gone in 2 or 3 catalogs, 5 to 10 order forms, depending on how many people work there, and a few gadgets, if that disappeared out of my life, it wouldn't be the worst thing. But I always did them in 5s. I always sent out 5 at a time. That way it was a maximum of about 10 catalogs that I got out. I only put 2 catalogs in the bag unless they asked me for more. 2 catalogs, 5 order forms, unless they ask me for more. And I would put copies of order forms in there too. I'm not above copying the order form on a, and chop it in half, chop two in half. And then, of course, Tina Blair's probably got a million examples of all that. So the party in the bags really do work for people who work at offices or who can't do a party with you, but will still take it around with them, the church and all that. The another reason I like party in the bag, because they can ride in their car with them. They can take it to church and take it in and let people see, bring it back out. And then you can throw the little gadgets in the bottom, like the citrus peelers and that little thing like that, so people could get one out. All right, so this one also talks about the girls' night in. We talked about that one. And another one, again, Plan B idea, the 10 by 10 party. So how 10 by 10 party works, let's say that Carrie really likes the bento box. It's $39. And she called me and said, oh my God, I got to have that bento box. And I'm like, Carrie, that is great. But listen, you know that some of your friends will probably want that bento box too. So why don't you do a 10 by 10 party? And then she'll be like, well, what's that? And so then I'll tell her that she'll take the catalog, the flyer, and the sale for the bento box. And if she can sell 10 of them in the next week, then I'll either give her hers free or give it to her at a deep discount, or tell her that she would get, because like that bento box is $39. So I could totally give her $30 of free Tupper and a half price item and a thank you gift if she did that, right? So that's what I would do with somebody like that. Now, y'all will say, well, why would you try to not get the order? Well, if Carrie ordered the bento box times 25%, I made $9.75. But if Carrie goes out and sells, that's $350. If she brings back 10 of them, that's $350 times 25%. So that's $87. So would you like to make $7 or $87? Right? It's something to think about. And what if Carrie only brought back $200? Well, that's still $50 versus $7.95. So I love, anytime someone places an order with me, I always try to turn that order into a 10 by 10 party. They might not say yes, and that's okay, but I don't like taking a single order, because I'm like, so they bought $20. But if they would go do even a $100 book party for me, that's $25 versus me making $2.50. So I love trying to turn orders into parties, okay? So anyway, that's just something to think about. And everybody's not going to say yes, so that's just something you'll have to get comfortable doing when they contact you to place an order. Say, listen, let me run this by you. If they say no, have you lost the order? No. If they say yes, you've made more money, even if they bring you back a smaller amount than what you told them. And if they bring back a bigger amount, then your free Tupperware you're going to give them, remember the company is giving it to them. So you don't have to come up with anything. The company is going to give that to them because it's based off of their sales, okay? Now, I'm going to send this out to you guys because we got bridal showers on here, fundraisers. Now, the Stop and Shop is one more good one. So Stop and Shop. And you could also do it as a pop-up party. How many of you have Stop in your house right now? Or in your shed or somewhere, right?
Yes.
Okay. Exactly. So what you want to do is you want to do a Stop and Shop party. And this is going to be an open house style. You're going to set up 2 or 3 tables. And you're going to lay out all of your products. And if you got lifts and levels, put it on there. And if you got doubles of items, just put the extra item under the table or behind the one that you're displaying, right? And you're going to contact your customers and maybe do a Facebook invite and say that you're having a Stop and Shop party. And the best thing about this party is that nobody has to wait on their order and there's no extra shipping, because you're going to price this based off of the shipping and tax and everything you want from these items you lay out. And when I tell you, you can get people coming there, and I love my Stop and Shop parties. I always used to sell $300, $400, $500, $600 worth of Tupperware that night because they come to buy your stuff that you have on hand. And I'm telling you, I love it. Now, so Nancy, say you want to do a Stop and Shop party, but you don't want to have it at your house. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a hostess, Nancy, to host the Stop and Shop party. And you're going to let her pick out free Tupperware just like you would from the catalog, but it's going to all come from the stuff you have on hand. And if you know, and so if she gets $600, she would get $90 free, right?
Right.
Well, she gets to shop from the stash for $90. So it's a Stop and Shop, but let me tell you, I did it every time we had a catalog change, and I did it every year at Christmas. Because I got rid of all my samples, I got my money back, and they would be anywhere from $400 to $1,000. Stop and Shop parties. So I highly recommend, if you have stock, to plan one around the holidays. Go ahead and put it in your calendar and do it now. And it's great for people who have busy schedules that say, oh, I can't come to a party, or I can't host, or say, we'll do a Stop and Shop. People could just come through and get what they want and shop. You won't believe how much Tupperware these women buy when they can come and just pick it off the table, buy, and you're over here checking out over here. You can have your host gift special kind of sitting off to the side. This is the upcoming host gift special if you want to have a party for me next month or whatever you're advertising. But they love it. And then how about make salsa or make some homemade ice cream if it's hot or something, and have something for them to nibble on. And then they'll usually buy whatever you made the dip with. Like, I'm telling you, I love flipping money. Okay, this is all about making money. And if you have Tupperware in your house and you do not have money, then something's wrong. Something's wrong, because you can have a Stop and Shop anytime. You can put the sign up at the road. You can tell everybody on your Facebook page that you're having a Stop and Shop. Come by, let them know there's no waiting on their order. This is the key to get your house full. There's no waiting for their order. They take it home with them that day. And there's no shipping or tax. It's just it's one price. You'll have a house full of people coming for that one. Now, you're not going to give it off to them. You're just going to price it with that price. And so what I normally do is I take sticky notes. These are Post-it notes. I take Post-it notes because they don't stick to your product. And so say I had like 3 sets of impressions bowl sets. I have one sitting up there and the other ones would be behind it on the floor, or, you know, my stock would be separate because my table would look real nice like a vendor show. But I would have this sticky note that would say, if I wanted to charge shipping and tax, I would put $40 for the impressions bowls. $40, take it out the door, right? Or whatever you want to charge. And then I will put 3 available on the sticky note, and I stick it at the bottom of where those bowls were. And then the next thing, I had 2 chopping preps, and I put what I want for them, and I'll put 2 available. Have y'all ever been to a paparazzi party and they sit there and show you the jewelry like this? And this is this. Let me show you. I'm real good at it because I love looking at them.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, but guess what? Don't they have to sell a lot of jewelry to make money if it's $5 a piece?
Yes, they do.
Like, so they sit there and tell you this and look at this, and I got 3 available. And don't you hear people saying, sold? It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Except you're going to do the Stop and Shop. And a step further, for y'all that are not in my VIP group, but I do it in my VIP group for my customers in North Carolina. I sit right in this chair, and I'll tell them I have 3 of these, and they'll say sold, and then I charge them shipping, and I send it to them in North Carolina. And I've even had one with a couple of these other girls, but I've sold a little bit of Tupperware like that just to test it out to see if it worked, and it does.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, so do a VIP group, in your VIP group, and you go live, and you put your products right there, what you want to sell. So have your table set up, and then you go live, and you show it to them, and you'll say, guys, this is a fresh and cool. It's great for the refrigerator. You can actually freeze in this one. I have, it's dishwasher safe, no BPA, of course, with Tupperware, and it retails for $29, and I have 3 available. and then you put that down. So if you want this product, this is a Fresh and Cool. Put Fresh and Cool sold in the comments, and they'll put whatever, and then you go to, and then you go to the next one, and then you show this. I have this bucket. See, it's got the bee wings on it. It's no price because it's priceless.
Oh, I like that.
I want it.
I like that.
Yeah. Hey, look, I got your bee right here. Look, Yvonne, I keep the bee. You got me right here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
I keep all my stuff. I got stuff from all of y'all in here. Anybody that's ever given me a bee, I have it all here. So anyway, that's a good way to make money. So I always say, do it like the paparazzi girls.
Yeah, that's true. They sell a lot.
You can sell a lot of Tupperware, guys.
I have a lot. I have a lot.
Well, look, Yvonne, you can do that now. And the thing is, you can't do that a lot because people will never buy from you again. That's the first thing. And you have to make it a theme while you're doing it. So when I did it, I said, I'm doing my my inventory blowout for a catalog change. Because you have to have a reason to do it because they won't ever buy from you if you don't, you know what I mean?
Right,
so,
right.
And you can only do the Stop and Shop like 3 times a year. If you try to do it all the time, then they're going to just wait for you to get rid of stuff. So the Stop and Shop is good for the holiday.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, it's good for the holiday. I mean, you can have one every month, but you just got to name it something else. Pre-Black Friday, right?
Yeah.
And then another one is my Record Breaker Month bash. But you just have to call it something, and you have to do it not all the time, you know, because if they get used to it, then you won't be able to sell.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you definitely could do it. If you haven't done one before, you could do about 4 before they would get sick of you.
Oh, shoot. They'll say, here's the Tupperware lady again.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it's a good way for you to, and this is another thing. I only do it in my VIP group because you can't do it public anyway. It's against the social media policy.
I was thinking of doing it, but I didn't know how to start it. But now I know I'll put Stop and Shop.
Yeah, you do it in your VIP group so nobody can see what you're doing but the people in the group. And another thing is I always get people who want to buy stuff too. So I did another experiment. We have a new team member by the name of Cynthia, so I know she'll watch this. And she is 23. And when she joined, she said, can I sell online like the paparazzi? And I said, yes, you can. So she did her first party and she did her kit. And she showed everything on her kit. And then she showed some of the catalog, and she had people saying, I want to buy the canisters. So, yeah, I wanted that. So she's not selling her kit. She's taking orders.
Right,
but
right.
she's just sitting there demoing her kit. So she's 23. She's on social media all the time. And I'm like, how can I get this 20-year-old? And she is going to still do an in-home party, but how can you get her to make money in her element, right?
Yep.
And so she did it last night, and I'm so proud of her. She's got orders coming in, and she was super scared to do it, but she did it. And so she is still going to do an in-home party. But anything that people could do to make money, right, is what I always say.
Yep.
Okay, so let me show y'all this right here. Okay, I'm going to Google just to show you that Tupperware ladies, we need to get on our game because everybody does theme parties. Now, let me prove it to you. I'm going to do theme parties for direct sale. Okay? And I'm going to hit, this is Google. Now, watch this. Because when I do it on my phone, it comes up with everything from Mary Kay, Paparazzi 31. So, see, here they are right here. Images for direct sales theme parties. If you don't think that these girls that sell 31, Mary Kay, essential oils, everybody does theme parties. We need to be doing them too. So look at this. I hope y'all can still see my screen. Look at this. All right. So I just did that one.
I lost it.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
Hello, this is Daisy.
Okay.
Hey Daisy, how are you?
I'm done. I just didn't know how to activate this thing. I've never done this before.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get in. We're just talking a little bit about theme parties and how to bring our Tupperware products into people's homes. And
Yeah,
so
I
well,
I
good.
just didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. Elaine, write down Daisy Robertson. She's our newest team member. She lives in Savannah.
Welcome, Daisy. I'm on top of it, Sheila. I already got her.
Thank
I
you.
thought I did not test I did not test it. I see this one and I looked at the line. I see it and I can see it.
Okay. Okay, Daisy. Listen to me, Daisy. You got a camera and it's got a red mark through it, which means your camera is off. If you click on the red camera, if you click on the line through the camera, your picture will come up.
What?
So it's a red line that'll be through your camera. And if you click it, there you go. Hey, Daisy.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, is she?
Hi, Daisy.
Hi, how
So
are you?
this is my first time seeing Daisy too. She signed up on my website.
Look at that.
Hello.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there she is.
That's right. Well, welcome, Daisy. We're happy to have you. So look at this one. When I pulled up theme parties, and y'all need to Google this. So this is the Mary Kay ones. So we're not the only ones doing theme parties. This one does a Bible study and bags. There you go, Jeanette.
Yep.
Doing the Bible study theme party. Then we got fondue with friends, and then she did the chocolate one, a Mexican fiesta, a mom and daughter party. These are some ideas that we could totally turn into Facebook ones. I mean, for Tupperware too, right?
Salsa party.
Yep, salsa party, and I'm trying to see if y'all can. Oh Lord, I hope I didn't miss it. But anyway, I just wanted to prove the point that we're not the only ones that do these theme parties. I know a lot of people that sell other things, and they're constantly contacting people for theme parties. Here's another one. This is a patio party, and I definitely love doing pool parties. And oh gosh, Bonnie is not on here, but Bonnie, I know Eileen could testify to this, but Bonnie did one of her first $1,000 parties as a pool party. And we love pool parties. I know that Rockaway Elaine did a boat party, and that one was very successful, right?
Right.
And I love parties that are themed off of the day of the week. Look at this one, a Friday fiesta, a tropical Tuesday, a Sunday brunch party. All of those are super cool too. So if you don't like the things that were shared tonight that people had already done images for, then go into your Google and Google direct sales party themes. And you will get a million ideas. Hold on, I gotta mute somebody. Is that you, Daisy? No. Somebody's playing music or the TV.
I'm playing music, sorry.
That's all right, Veronica. Hi, Veronica. I got it muted. Okay, so do y'all see those things? So just go to Google and put in theme parties for direct sellers if you want some fresh ideas on things that you could do to show off your products, because everybody's doing these direct sales parties, guys. Everybody's doing it from Mary Kay, 31, you know, all of the Sexy girls, everybody is doing these direct sales party themes. Ice cream socials, this one has cupcakes and cocktails. That's kind of cute.
You said that you go to Google?
Yes, go to Google and your search and put theme parties for direct sellers.
Oh, theme parties. Okay.
Yes. And look, there's a Tupperware looking one right there. And you will get so many good ideas, and it's so that you could be creative. Another place you can look is Pinterest. See Pinterest?
Oh yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
And so that's another idea, because a lot of people who sell other things, guys, they are doing theme parties too. I mean, we all are in the same industry. So if you're in Tupperware and you want to sell and you see other people having these big sales, and you're thinking, how are they doing this? They're theming it up. And I use Mary Kay as a good example. You know they're trying to sell some makeup. And look at these. What are they doing? Fondue and friends. Having a little fondue party. We can do a fondue party better than the Mary Kay girl with their product, but they're sitting there eating that cheese and fondue, and while they're selling them lipstick and cleansers. I just love that. Look at this. She says her menu of venues. Look at this one. This is really a good one, guys. She does home party, office, at the park, the pool, the restaurant, the coffee shop, the ball field, or the sports bar. Look at this. I'm telling you, the theme parties is the way to go. You have to give people a different idea of how they can party with you. Now, of course, you can choose what you offer people. That's the good thing about being in business for yourself with Tupperware. You choose what you offer people. So if going to the ball field does not suit you, or, I mean, I wouldn't advertise to go to the sports bar to do one, right? I mean, that wouldn't be my type of party, but it might be for somebody else. So the good thing is, hey, Cynthia, I see you on there. If there's anybody that's not muted that has background noise, please mute yourself because I can't find you. Okay, it was Yvonne. I got it. All right, Yvonne, I muted you for a second. Okay, you can unmute yourself to talk. So do y'all find that kind of interesting? That I just Googled it, and that was some Mary Kay girl's little thing. She had theme parties ready to go, and all the places that she's willing to go party. And so I thought that was super cool as well. So it's just theme parties for direct sellers, and I really love finding great ideas there. There is one on here that looked like it was a Tupperware, different Tupperware one. This one, 51 theme party ideas. This one's on Pinterest. I love these different ideas. I love it. So I just want to give you a resource, guys, so that you could go and search some additional ideas that fit your style and that fit what you like to do. This one, party ideas for 31 parties. So let's click on that one. You know, sometimes you could get some good ideas from different party plans. So that one's, yeah, well, anyway, that's some other stuff. So anyway, you go to Pinterest, and it'll take you to Pinterest, and you can search for parties there, or you can search for it on Google. But I love checking out what the other party people are doing. I love checking out what the 31 girls are doing. I love checking out what the Mary Kay girls are doing, because we are all in the same industry. And so if they're doing it, then that means we can do it too and be making more money. Now, don't be all over the place. Again, just to sum this up, be very consistent in offering just a few options, and then finding a few things that work just for you, okay? So, but that's what I wanted to show you there. So I'm gonna come off the screen share. Do we have any questions about the theme party ideas, how to do the parties? Again, if the Mary Kay girl was going to do a fondue party, yeah, the hostess might have some cheese and fondue there, but she still has her regular Mary Kay kit. So please don't feel like you have to go and change your kit up just to do a party. But a lot of these cooking parties, food parties, they bring people together, and it's a great way for you to get into people's homes. I love the mom and daughter party thing, the margaritas and mimosas, if that's what you're into. I like the fondue idea. You know, the pizza party is a great one, because we could do the pizza in the micro grill. Hold on, let me unmute. Yes, Daisy, you want to ask a question?
No, I want to let you know I had 3 parties booked.
Oh, you got 3 parties booked, girl. Where are you partying at?
At my house.
Oh, okay.
On Friday night, I'm doing chicken and rice cooking class from 5 to 8. So that if they want to come early, they can come early, or they can come later when they get off work. So some people don't want to, some people don't want to come after work. So I let them come at 5. The ones at work can come at 6. And I had the chicken and rice dinner for them. And then Saturday from 10 to 12, I'm doing the cooking class lunch with a different recipe completely. And then 5 to 8, Saturday night, I'm doing the bingo, and I'm going to do some cooking there.
Okay, well, I tell you, you just ready to jump right back in, Missy.
But I live by myself, so there's nobody to stop me. I can do whatever I want. So,
All right. Well, yes, you can, Daisy. Well, good for you. I'll get those dates from you later, Daisy, and add you to my party board, okay?
yeah, it's this Friday, and then Saturday morning and evening.
Okay. Thank you so much, Daisy.
And I'll
Oh, uh-oh. I done stopped it. Lord, I done muted the child. I'll come back to you, honey. I'm sorry. She's on a roll. So y'all, what I did learn about Daisy, I'll tell y'all, she used to sell under Christy Hurlebus, and she was a manager a long time ago under Christy Hurlebus, and she's recovering from throat cancer. So that's what's going on there. So she's doing good, and she's back on. Okay.
Good.
All right. Hello.
can I talk to that?
What you say, Daisy?
I wasn't a manager, I was a store manager.
Star manager. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My correction. Daisy was a star manager. And y'all, Christy Hurlebus, and then she was under Eva for a while, and then she came out of Tupperware, and then she came back, and she lives in Savannah, Georgia. Okay, so let me finish this up, guys, because I am recording, and I thank y'all so much for kind of jumping on here tonight, and I hope it's really got some ideas flowing for you. And a lot of things, you know, it inspires me with Daisy. It inspires me with the 23-year-old young girl that's really nervous. It inspires me so much, Yvonne, because you know what? And Daisy just said it. What's stopping her? What's stopping her from having some people over and showing them this awesome product? And so it's just up to us what we do with our business. It's totally up to us. But one thing we really have to do, we have a strong team, and we have a lot of determined, diverse people on this team. And for our average sales for the month to be $200 or $300, that's an indication that we're not getting out here like the Mary Kay girl, and we're not getting out there like the 23-year-old, and we're not getting out here like Daisy. We got to get out there and get out of our comfort zone and really work it so we can make the money we want to make. And this is how you could determine. Okay, Daisy, I'll be right there, sweetie. This is how you determine. You really need to check your goals and why you want to do this. Do you really love the product? Do you really want to get it in people's homes? Do you really want to do this to replace income or to get more flexibility in your life? Well, if you do, I want you to look at people like Eileen Wagner and how long she's been in. I want you to look at people like Daisy that are coming back after many years. I want you to look at people that's been in for, how about Nancy Brewster celebrating 30 what years, Nancy? Okay.
37.
37 years. And you know what? Still doing strong. What about Jeanette Thomas? And Jeanette, you've been in for a long time as well. I know she's out there somewhere. But these are the people I want you to look at. Rockaway Lane, how many years has it been?
Yes, I've been in for a while.
And then here I am with my this will be my 19th year. But the reason why we're still here is not from going around selling $15 canister sets. I'm sorry, you will not make the money. You're not going to stay long term, and you're not going to have a good response from your business.
I have to start again because I've been very busy. I mean, this job is killing me. And then I started 3 weeks ago a keto diet, and I've lost 10 pounds already.
Yay!
Yeah, girl, I've lost 10 pounds, and I still got 4 more weeks to go. So, you know, I'm still working now, imagine. Look at the time it is, I'm still working. So, you know, but I'll get myself together again.
Yeah, well, and you know what, Yvonne, you're a perfect example of working at full-time job, and I'm looking at Shelly too. She is too. So you
Yeah.
just have to decide because of the flexibility. I did this working at a maximum security prison. I don't think I could have sold anything. Like I couldn't have had a regular part-time job because I worked a lot. So this is where you could decide that I'm going to do 3 events this month.
Yeah,
Okay. Or
exactly.
I'm going to do 2 things this month. Then you can work around your schedule because I know busy women, and what gets scheduled gets done. If
Yeah.
it's in your schedule, you will do it. But if it's like, well, if I get to it, I'll do it, it will never happen. It's
Yeah.
never going to happen. But if you put it in there to say, every other Friday night or every other Thursday night, I'm going to be having my show. Somebody's going to be doing something with me. That's
Exactly.
when it gets done. Okay.
Right.
What you
Yeah.
showing me, Shelly? Tell me what you got.
I have, and I just got them in today, so I'm stuffing them now. This is for my mystery host party. I have permission from my homeowners association because I'm not soliciting, I'm inviting. I am able to do that. That I am putting these on each one of my doorsteps, inviting everyone from my neighborhood to my mystery host party next weekend. So I'm stuffing them with my flyer. So
Yay! And hold up that bag. Hold up that bag, Shelly. Those bags are aren't they 20 of them?
there's 20 of them, and I think they were like 50,
$2.
60.
I think it's
55 cents.
55 cents. That's right.
So that's right. So 55 cents. So you know what? And Janetta testified to this. I kept saying I was gonna pass out to my neighbors like what Shelly is doing. Because my apartment place said, you know, like you said, as long as you're not asking them to order something, you can pass it out, right?
Yeah, because I'm inviting, not soliciting.
Exactly. Well, guess what I did? I kept saying I was going to do it. I was going to do it because y'all know I'm very honest with you. Well, did I do it?
No.
Guess what happened? Guess what happened? I didn't schedule it. But guess what happened? Jeanette came over here to pick up something. My neighbor who was moving out ran over and was like, I've been meaning to get a book from you. I'm leaving now, but I want to order blah, 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 blah. And she orders all this freaking Tupperware.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, Jeanette, that's it. So I went throwing Tupperware books out everywhere, you know. But it's so true. So how many of you have not papered your neighborhood? How many of you have not done what Shelly is doing?
Well, my neighbors know.
I have.
It could be like Cheryl Smith said too, though. It could be your T-zone. It could be the person on the left and the right of you at work. It could be your neighbors to the left or the right or the front and the back. It doesn't have to be the whole neighborhood if you got 3,000 houses in your neighborhood. But your neighbors need to know who you are. Your neighbors need to know who you are. So there's so many things that all of us could do. We have so much room to grow and explode in our area that it is not funny. And I'm just as busy as y'all are. I really don't have time to be doing no Tupperware parties. You know why I do them? I want to show you that you can do them. So if I don't go out and do the party and haul the Tupperware in and add up the orders and try to do a dating game and do it, I cannot honestly sit before you and tell you it can be done. And that's why I do them.
I know.
Because I want to show you it can be done. And I'm not from here. I don't know anybody here. It's because of Eileen Wagner that I have a party chain right now. Because I went and worked the booth with her. And I did. I had to pay too. She don't play now. I had to pay. I had to pay this time. I don't play no games now. Look, charity cases out here.
And how much did you make off of that party?
Girl, that party was the first $1,000 one, and it's been $1,000 for all the rest of them. So that's been enough to pay. It's been enough to pay cash to tote my bags. It's enough to pay for my gas. And I usually end up buying extra samples and gifts for y'all. It goes back into my business, but guess what? I was able to show, and I wanted to do that so bad. I wanted to show that someone that's not even from here could come here and start a Tupperware party business by going to do a vendor event. And that's exactly where all of the business I have comes from. And I got a lot of business now. I really do have a lot of people I met. I got customers. I have people calling me, referring me to do parties. I really do, y'all. And it's so if I can do that, you can too. And that's why I'm like, I hope I'm not being pushy about it, but if I could do it, you can do it too.
Yeah.
If I could do it, you could do it too. Wouldn't you like to go to a party and make $250 or $300 versus selling two or three sets of $15 canisters?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm good with the sales sheets. Don't get me wrong. But if you get hooked on all sales sheets and you don't take care of that catalog, you're not gonna be happy with your business. Okay?
Hello, Tupperware.
Good. Well, I'm glad you love it, Yvonne. Yay! So anybody want to share anything before we do our drawings? I just want to challenge everybody to please, please, please book a party for each of the last 2 weeks of September. Hold your party and hit submit, and when you call me, I will make up a little goodie bag for you. And it'll be like maybe some little dating gifts. It might be citrus pillows. It'll be whatever I have, guys. It's not like I have enough to give out $50,000 worth of stuff, but I want to give you a little something that maybe you could use for your parties, or maybe you can use to make more money. But if you have your party in the last 2 weeks and you submit your party, so you call me with the party, I don't care how much it is, but you got to hit submit and you will get the goodie bag, okay? And my leaders on here, let your team know and let them know you'll get the bag from me, and that way I'll be in debt to you, okay? So all my leaders, please, and that's how we were gonna do this. Remember, I told you, if your team wins something, just jot it down, and if y'all will get with me, it's easier for me to do that too. And then, of course, I still have a record of it as well. So how do y'all feel about that? Is that gonna be something we really wanna drive, people just being active? If the Mary Kay girl could do it, and the 31 girl could do it, and the whatever else they spelling out there, truly Tupperware can do it, and we made this party plan thing. None of these other companies wouldn't be around without us. And we're the ones that try to do our business without a party. I just don't think that's just unheard of to me. We can't do our business without a party. And don't let people tell you that nobody else is partying. That's why I told you to Google direct sales party things and look at all the people that's doing theme parties and stuff, all the party plans. So don't let them tell you that they could go sell something else and they don't have to party. Yes, they do. If they want to make money, they do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Rockaway, Elaine, you going to do the drawing?
Yes, I could. Yep, I have everything. Yep.
No cheating.
Oh, look, I won. I gotta cut everybody's name out, so hang on.
Pick me.
I know what this is.
Me.
This is the new silicone baking form. And did y'all know that this is the new trend? If you look at all the food magazines, I subscribe to the food magazines, the Food Network and everything. The new trend is silicone baking forms. And the reason is that they don't rust and look ugly in people's kids' ovens. And they are super easy to clean with hot soapy water. And they're safe for the microwave, the oven, and the freezer, and the fridge for making different types of foods. So they can make a cold dessert, they can make a frozen pie, or they can make a lasagna, or they can bake biscuits, or they can bake chicken, right? Or cupcakes, and it's all in the silicone. And we have a whole line of silicone, and this is one of our new ones, and I think this sells for like $35, right?
No.
I think so.
Well, somebody's getting ready to win it, and then I can squish it in an envelope.
Yes, it does.
You can send it, you can mail it.
Okay, so everybody is in. How many people we got on the call?
14.
That is so cool. Yay. Does anybody want to add anything? Eileen Wagner, you know I've dubbed you my party girl. Would you like to add anything about
Oh,
parties?
I think you've covered it all, but I will tell you, I'm going to be in Jacksonville on Sunday if you want to meet me somewhere.
Okay, I'll meet you if I don't go see my mom.
Okay.
Because I didn't go see her for her 65th birthday was last weekend.
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm thinking Ty and I are going to leave on Friday, but I will bring it on the 16th.
Oh, that's good.
Sheila, I'll be up there tomorrow if you want to meet me.
Who is that talking?
Angela.
Okay, Angela. Yes, I'll meet you, Angela. I got your name tag and some gifts for you.
Okay, I can bring back anybody else's gifts if you have those too.
Okay, what time you want to meet?
Let's say 1, 2 o'clock. I'm going up for my grandson's grandparent day celebration.
Okay, 2 o'clock is good, and I do have several things, so that's meet at 2. I'll go to the storage in the morning.
Okay.
I have everybody's name in here.
Oops. Okay.
Thank you, Angela.
You're welcome.
Daisy has something to say.
Hold on. Yes, Daisy.
And you said something this will make a little bit of money. I plan on making $1,000 according to me.
You're gonna make $1,000?
No, I'm going to sell $1,000 a week.
Oh, $1,000 a week. Oh, wait a minute. That's a bell ringer. Wait a minute.
I got mine.
That's my plan.
All right. Now, if Daisy outsell y'all, you're shaming yourself.
All right, I got a winner.
Okay, who is it? Go ahead. Who's the
We
winner?
can't read it.
Katie Arnold.
Oh, Katie. Katie Arnold is on the Eagles team. She's one of our soon-to-be future managers, and she's building a team in Georgia.
Yay, Katie.
Yay, Katie.
Katie, I'll see you on the 19th, Katie. I'm going to put this in the car, and I'll see Katie on the 19th. Well, I'm so excited because we got more people. Do one more, Elaine, because I'm so happy we have so many on the Zoom tonight. Do one more. Let me go get one more new item.
Me.
The dog won what?
Mhm.
The dog? Pablo. I can't see him.
Y'all not see me?
Okay.
I have Pablo here.
Hi, Pablo.
This is our new shaker.
Pablo.
These are our new samples.
Woo!
Carrie Hannafin.
Who?
I know, Karen.
Carrie Hannafin.
Oh, Carrie.
Yeah.
Now, Carrie, wait a minute.
Oh.
Okay, Elaine.
Yes.
Carrie has to date a party, and when her hostess has 5 outside orders, this should be a gift for her hostess, shouldn't it?
Sure should.
That's fine. I got 2 already, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's about time for Higher Vision to get some parties rocking, y'all. I'm sorry, but it's
My $1,000 party is going to be on the 22nd. It's a themed party. We're having salsa, margaritas, and
coffee. Oh yeah,
Coffee.
my first
Oh, yeah, cold coffee.
official barista party.
Yeah,
She said,
look.
she used to be a Tupperware consultant. She said, I don't want to waste time on the demo. My people want to come, they want to eat, and they want to shop, and they want to drink, and they want out the door. Okay, well, that works for me. So, and
that's my type of party.
she booked to this party from a Facebook party.
Excellent. Well, I love that. I just put your date on here. I have you down. And then, and I have Daisy down for her 3, and then everybody else that has them, I'm gonna put them right on my board right here. And I want us all to really work on doing just a little more, getting this product in front of people. I think we do it. I think we deserve to do that. So High Vision, they better watch out. Oh, and congratulations to you guys. We did get our second quarter. We got our second quarter in.
Cool.
And we're number 2 of dollar growth for the second quarter. Now, I don't know that we're gonna bring on any more for the third quarter, but we'll pick it up in the fourth.
Don't forget to recruit.
Yes, recruit. So, okay, what's going on for recruits right now is y'all know we got the pressure cooker all month long for the new team member. And then, okay, just a minute, Daisy. I got you, honey. I'm going to finish this statement and I'll go right to you. We got, for recruiting this month, y'all know we got the, uh-oh, I don't know who the noise is. We got the stack cooker. Veronica. Is Veronica okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna play.
Okay, Veronica. Okay, so, okay. The stack cooker is for all month for the new team member, but we are the sponsor, so our gift changes every week. So this week it is the extra large Vit and Serve and 4 of the little small mini. Okay. Now, do y'all like the stack and cookie shirt that I wore to the party Saturday?
Yes.
Yes.
It's 2 ways you could get the shirt. One way is by having 1,500 in sales and being king bee or queen bee for the month. And the other way is to have 2 or more recruits, because, you know, I want to give everybody an opportunity. So our recruiters have an opportunity and our sellers have an opportunity. And so just tell me what size shirt you got. I have been wearing that shirt for I don't know how many days that I had to pure wash it, because I'm like, I have worn this shirt. I'm gonna have to get me another one, because I'm like, stack and cooking. So I think the Say Yes offer is great for the stack cooker, and I love that they're doing the different promotions there. So let me get this one. Anybody else have any questions while I get Daisy? Hey, Daisy.
Hi, I just wanted to know, I know there's managers by the end of this visit, and I'm going to have 5 recruits.
Well, Daisy, you're going to have your 5 recruits, and I'm going to be looking forward to you adding to your team.
And $2,000 in sales tonight month, this week. And I had $1,000 sale every week. $2,000 sales and another by the end of this month.
Okay.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
All right, that's a great goal, Daisy. I got you down, honey. And that will be by September 27th, okay?
Yes, I know that.
Okay, so anybody else wanted to share anything? I love Daisy's enthusiasm, and she's ready to get out and share with people. And that's what it's all about. We just want to get out and share. Thank you so much, Shelly. I'm so proud of you for doing your mystery host and inviting your neighbors. You know, you're going to get extra business from that. I'm happy to see Yvonne Garcia there, and she's recommitted to her business. And you can do this, Yvonne. It's always successful when people in the medical field, it just works. I'm happy to see Veronica there. She's in a new area. She and her husband are really excited about the business. So just working on getting more parties. And I know they have parties coming up. I see Jeanette over there. She's writing taking her notes. I know she's brainstorming over there. And of course, we got our queen bee up here, Miss Eileen. She's just tired.
I have a weekend. Right, Elaine?
We have.
Oh, excuse me. Elaine and I have an event at the Volusia County Fairgrounds.
Okay. Oh, y'all going to Volusia County? Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
well,
we're going to do the craft show there.
Hey, look, Hey, look, I got so much success for booths with her. I'll go anywhere with a booth with her.
Elaine's looking for leads.
Well, listen, I learned a lot from working with Eileen because I like to do booths too. But what I did learn from her is she does this booklet. It looks like a notebook. Where's my notebook? I got it in my briefcase, but I take it with me everywhere. Do you have yours, Elaine or Eileen or somebody? There we go. Show this. Look at this. Look at this. This is the best thing that I took from working with Eileen Wagner. They have a notebook like this, like a half a notebook. So it's not this big. It's like half.
Little. Like a little notebook, a little small one.
And it has the doggone lead slip on there. And then you take your notes and stuff. That was the best thing because that's where I started the notebook with Noreen and all the other girls. And I'm telling you what, it keeps up with your leads and when you're out and about seeing people and you can follow up with them. You can put them on your newsletter. You take notes like what Elaine is showing hers right there. And you could take notes of who you call. This is the best thing ever because I used to have stacks of lead slips like this after I would do an event. And I never followed up with them. Y'all know I'm going to tell you the truth. They end up calling me before I call them because I just seemed like they weren't together or they weren't organized. But guess what? That parties.
These are my favorite.
That's the best idea right there. That right there.
I'm glad you like it. It works
so
for me.
Get you a little notebook and get you some lead slips out. Of course, Eileen has mailer labels and she sticks them on there, but I took some lead.
You don't have to spend that money if you don't want to.
No, don't worry about spending the money. What I did is I had regular lead slips and I went to Dollar Tree and got two-sided tape and I brought it back the next day that I worked with her and I took the two-sided tape and stuck my leads in that book. And now that's how I followed up and built my business in Florida. Because when the first 8 months, I didn't do anything but just into the team. I didn't even think about doing that. But then I thought, if I want the team to have parties, I really need to try to get some parties. And so when we worked together, I got that idea. And I know because Jeanette had came out there and she had saw some of it, but it really worked. It really worked. And to this day, I put them in my Tupper Trends. I just follow up with them. Sometimes they call me for like a replacement and sometimes they just want to place an order. And, you know, even on my website, I have $400 or $500 a month on my website. It's just they ordering because they have my website. That's Nancy. Nancy just hit mute. Okay, so yeah, so I'm telling you guys, when you go do these vendor events or somebody stop you, and Shelly Howell has one. She showed me hers at the mini Jubilee. So there you go. Shelly's got one too. They really work, guys. I was so excited about that. That thing had tickled me so good. So I'm getting one ready for the Southern Women's Show. I'm already getting it ready. So when we go out there, it'll all be ready to go and they could just flip it right in there. If you're going to take the time to pay for a show, set it up and stand out there on your feet for hours, you need to follow up with the people because otherwise there's no need in you going out there and doing it.
That's right.
You need to follow up. And one more thing, guys, this business is about relationships. It's not just about selling something. You build a relationship and those people will come back to you and you'll end up taking care of their whole family. You know, they won't even want nobody else to do their party. And like the girl in St. Peter, whatever, I'm like, well, maybe I can find somebody. Nope, my aunt said you were the one. I want you to do my party. I mean, that's what you want. You want a relationship with people. And that's what following up does, okay? So if y'all have any other questions, let me know. I think Daisy's got one more before we leave. And okay, hey Daisy, I got you, honey.
When is the Southern Women's Show?
The Southern Women's Show is October the 17th through the 21st. We currently sold out of slots, Daisy, but if we open up any, I'll let you know. But we already booked up.
And where is it?
Where is it?
Yes.
It's going to be in Jacksonville, the Southern Women's Show.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll keep y'all posted. And I'm so excited to be able to go back there. Oh, guess what? I just got the thing today. Everybody that's working the home show, I got the ticket. Your free tickets are coming, so you won't have to pay to get in the show. They're sending the tickets out, and so make sure, you know, I'll be getting with everybody that's registered so we can have a little meeting and a little powwow. But make sure you get your business cards together, and get your items together, get your lead slips together. I'll have a lead slips there for us, but if you have some already and you got that note, get your little notebook together. But I'm really hoping that this will be really good for us here in the Jacksonville area. This is definitely an area that I would love to see us continue to grow. Okay, and we've been really doing a good job here, and I want to see that continue to go. Okay, guys, I'm so excited. I'm gonna stop the recording now.